In the world of billionaires, private jets, and secret meetings, few stories are as disturbing and mysterious as the rise and fall of Jeffrey Epstein. For years, Epstein appeared to be just another powerful financier, someone who moved comfortably among presidents, celebrities, and billionaires. His guest lists included some of the most influential names in the world. His homes were enormous, his wealth seemed endless, and his connections stretched across politics, business, and entertainment. But behind that carefully crafted image was a secret that would eventually shock the entire world. A secret that would expose a hidden network of abuse, power, and unanswered questions. And when the truth began to surface, it revealed just how deeply Epstein had embedded himself into elite circles. The mysterious rise. What made Epstein so unusual was his mysterious path to wealth. Unlike most billionaires, he didn't build a famous company, he didn't invent a revolutionary product, and yet somehow he became incredibly rich. In the late 1970s and 1980s, Epstein began working in finance. Over time, he cultivated relationships with wealthy clients and powerful figures. His lifestyle quickly transformed. Soon, he owned multiple luxury properties, including a massive mansion in New York and private estates around the world. He traveled by private jet, attended elite parties, and hosted gatherings that attracted influential people from across the globe. To the outside world, he looked like a successful financier with extraordinary connections. But many people quietly wondered the same thing. Where exactly did his money come from? The circle of power. One of the most unsettling parts of the Epstein story was the sheer number of powerful individuals who appeared in his social orbit. Politicians, celebrities, academics, and billionaires were all seen attending events connected to Epstein or traveling on his aircraft. Among those sometimes discussed in relation to Epstein's wider social circle were wealthy investor Glenn Dubin and his wife Eva Andersson-Dubin. Glenn Dubin is a billionaire hedge fund manager, while Eva Andersson-Dubin is a Swedish physician who previously worked as a model and even held the title of Miss Sweden earlier in her life. Reports over the years suggested that Epstein had social connections with people in their extended network. Like many individuals who later appeared in media reports about Epstein's associations, the Dubins publicly denied any involvement in criminal activity. Still, the presence of so many high-profile names in Epstein's world made investigators and journalists ask deeper questions. How had one man managed to build relationships with so many influential people? And what exactly was happening behind closed doors? The first cracks. For years, rumors about Epstein circulated in certain circles, but the wider world didn't begin paying attention until disturbing allegations started surfacing. Several victims came forward claiming Epstein had operated a network that exploited young girls. Investigations revealed accusations that some of Epstein's properties had been used as locations where abuse occurred. The allegations shocked many observers, because Epstein wasn't just some unknown criminal. He was a man who had spent decades surrounded by wealth and influence. The arrest that shook the world. Everything changed in 2019. federal authorities arrested Jeffrey Epstein on serious charges related to sex trafficking. The arrest immediately triggered global headlines. Suddenly, the spotlight turned toward Epstein's past connections, his finances, and the people who had once been part of his social world. Journalists began digging through flight logs, party photos, and court records. Names that had once appeared casually in social columns were now being examined under intense scrutiny. The story was no longer just about one man. It had become a global investigation into power, privilege, and accountability. The unanswered questions. Then came the moment that shocked the world once again. Only weeks after his arrest, Epstein was found dead in a jail cell in New York. Authorities ruled the death a suicide, but the circumstances immediately sparked controversy. How could a man at the center of one of the most important criminal investigations in decades die before standing trial? For many observers, the event raised more questions than answers. Questions about security failures, questions about what Epstein might have revealed if the case had gone to trial, and questions about the powerful networks surrounding him. The legacy of the scandal. Today, the Epstein case remains one of the most debated scandals of the modern era. Court documents, investigations, and testimony have continued to reveal fragments of the story, but many believe the full truth about Epstein's operations and the extent of his connections may never be completely known. What is clear, however, is that the case forced the world to confront uncomfortable realities about wealth, influence, and accountability. It also highlighted the voices of survivors who fought for years to bring attention to what had happened. And in the end, the story of Jeffrey Epstein became far more than the downfall of one financier. It became a symbol of how power can hide dark secrets and why transparency and justice remain so important.